I've been promising you this one for a little while, haven't I? It is my updated custom tactics game plan video. Today, all I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the 4 formations that I've been using since the patch. I'm going to show you all the numbers, all the instructions, and give you a little bit of advice and a little bit of an explanation as to why I use what I use. So, without further ado, let's get straight on to FIFA and have a look at the numbers. So this is my team, how it looks at the moment. As you can see, I'm going through a little bit of rebuilding because there's an upcoming LQE qualifier this weekend. There's also one in April, and surprise, surprise, EA have decided with 2 qualifiers left in the competitive season to now make it a little bit fairer and drop team restrictions on us. So yeah, I've had to move a few players around, and I'm still in the process of deciding who to buy as a CDM, centre back, left winger, and left back. Anyway, on to my game plans. I guess they're called this year. I've got the 4 here, the 4 separate formations, tactics, and instructions. I'm just going to quickly run through them from left to right, tell you why I use what I use, and yeah, how I play when I'm using that formation. So, from left to right, we go with the 4-2-3-1. Now, this is, as you will all know, it's pretty much the meta formation for FIFA 19, isn't it? It just suits the horrendous AI defending, everyone behind the ball, counter down the wing, swing horrible crosses in. It's horrible, but it's effective. So if you're going to use 4-2-3-1, you will find the majority of people are going to use this Tony Pulis tactic of drop back. Basically gets every man behind the ball, even your striker at certain points, makes it really difficult to break down. And you can just constantly control your CDMs, run with your striker, run with your cam, and the team will pretty much defend for you. I would never really change this on any formation. Maybe one either side of 5, but for most formations I do leave it on 5. Depth 3, although sometimes I have it on 4. Just with 4 you can still get counted a little bit, which is annoying when you're on drop back, but 3 probably the best option, although it is pretty sad at times. Offensive style for 4-2-3-1, I go with balanced. You just need a mix of players running behind, players coming to feet, although to be honest with this formation, you're just running down the wing half the time. So yeah, I switch between balanced and possession, but for 4-2-3-1 I do think balance is the best option. With default of 5, no point. I mean, I've had this on 4, I've had this on 6 or 7. I think it's just best to have it on the more balanced option of 5. Players in the box for a lot of this year, and a lot of the formations I've had this on 6 or 7. I think with 4-2-3-1 though, your wide cams and your cam and your striker are going to be in the box regardless. Really, I think for some reason when you have it on 4, it does just give you better passing options around the box. So yeah, I have it on 4, and I think that works best. Corners and free kicks on every formation, 3 and 3 for both. I think any less, you're not getting enough men in the box. Any more, you're getting too many men in the box, and you're going to get counted. So 4-2-2-2 now, and this is my favourite formation pretty much throughout the year. On this formation, I actually use balanced. The reason for that is, now this is something that I've pretty much learned the hard way. With drop back, obviously with your 4-2-3-1, your cam drops back and effectively just becomes another CDM and makes it, pretty much what Borough play in real life now, which is 9-0-1. But with the 4-2-2-2, you effectively have a striker instead of a central cam, don't you? And what I found is when people play possession against you, or when they're trying to work the way into your box, because you have 2 strikers and not a striker and a cam, you can get exposed through the middle a little bit, and if you're just sitting back and not pressing the ball, they can just keep possession a little bit too easily and work it into your box. So I do go for balance. Width, as is the case in most formations, on 5. Depth, I do drop it down to 4, simply to stop counter attacks, although with balance you still can press the ball pretty high. Attacking offensive style, I go with possession. I like it with a 4-2-2. I like them all running to feet, as I'm going to show you in a moment with my instructions. I don't tell the CDM, sorry, to stay back. So having them run to feet and not run too far forward, I found is pretty effective. Width, I have this on 6. Just with the two strikers, it's good to get a bit of space between them. I think 6 is definitely the one you want to use for the 4-2-2. Players in the box, I have this on 7. With, you know, possession, making not so many runs in behind, you do want people getting into the box when you work it wide, so 7's definitely the one. Corners and free kicks I've covered already. Just realised I forgot to give you my instructions for the 4-2-3-1, so I'll go back to that in a second. But for the 4-2-2, I go stay back on the fullbacks, both fullbacks. The CDMs I leave on balanced. Yeah, I just feel that this year, for most formations, you need your CDMs to come forward. Everyone plays so negatively and have so many men behind the ball. You need that extra option. So don't get me wrong, a majority of the game, you know, when you don't have out of possession, they'll be in the CDM position, they'll be winning the ball for you, but you do need them coming forward. So on no formations do I tell the CDMs to stay back. Wide cams leave as they are, everything balanced. I want them coming back a little bit to help out, but they also want them getting forward and making natural and balanced runs. Same with the strikers. For a while after the latest patch, I did toy with putting one getting behind. Obviously, it went a little bit back towards the low-driven meta, but I think this year you don't want them getting in behind. Your team has a much more balanced and natural feel if you just have them both making runs in behind and also showing for feet. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly go back to the 4-2-3-1, quickly show you the instructions there. I go for the stay back while attacking on the fullback. In fact, this is going to be pretty much exactly the same. 4-2, the two CDMs I have on balance, but on this one, however, I have these two on cover centre because I'm playing on drop back and I'm playing with a lot of men behind the ball, soaking up the pressure. I don't want the CDMs getting dragged out of position, and even if there's a gap out wide, I don't want them going out wide. So that's why I leave them on cover centre. The rest, the front four, should I say, are all unbalanced. So on to Diamond now. Now, I think before the patch, I had this on pressure on heavy touch, didn't I? And it worked because you could win the ball back, then you could bang a 35-yard back-to-goal finesse, but that's not really possible anymore. So I think what I'll say is any of the pressure tactics, so you look at the pressure on heavy touch, press after possession loss, constant pressure, they're all pretty much gone now. So if you want to press high, your best option is balanced. So yeah, 5 width as always, 6 depth because I like pressing high up the field with this formation. Balanced offensive style. I have also had this on possession, so switch between the two, see which one you prefer. 6 attacking width because obviously, as you're going to see in a minute, I have my fullbacks flying forward, so I want them coming nice and wide. Players in the box, balanced, just similar feelings to the other formations really. Just it gives you a much more natural feel if you don't take this off default. Corners and free kicks the same as always. Instructions for this one. The most important thing for this formation, it's rare that I would start on this formation, but if I'm behind, I'd switch to it, and this is what I want. I want my left and right fullback flying forward. Obviously, I've got Lala for majority this year. I had Timothy and Marcelo, both very good crossing, very good passing, very good dribbling, just very good attacking fullbacks. The CDM, stay back while attacking and cover wing. If you're going to use this formation with your fullbacks on balance, meaning they're going to attack a lot, you have to have this on cover wing because you're just going to get exposed on the counter if you don't. Balak or whoever I've got CDM will just fill in either side, fill up the gaps. Because as it says, if you read the description, defend the open wing if the teammate isn't marking, not just stand on the wing, which I know a lot of other pros get the knickers in a twist about. So yeah. However, if you do use this formation, you have these fullbacks on stay back while attacking, then sure, change Balak to cover centre because you do want him in the centre if you know there's almost, well, it's very likely there isn't going to be a space in the wing. Rest of the team, right and left CMs, balance, everything default. Stay forward on the cam. Found you need that, or you can get pinned back. You do need him. You do need an out ball, to, you know, someone to feed in to get the ball into the strikers. As soon as you win the ball back, strikers as always on default. Last formation I'm going to show you, and it's formation I've been having a little bit of joy with. I'm still not 100% certain on these tactics and instructions. Obviously, a lot of you'll know that Tuga, the Portuguese players, have been having a lot of success both in Weekend League and at the majors with this formation. He actually was the PS4 champion in Atlanta, I believe it was. So yeah, I use balanced defensive style. This is the only formation where I actually changed the defensive width. I dropped it down to 4 with the depth on 4. That's certainly because without a single CDM, you can get counted a little bit. So you want to just reduce the space in between the centre-backs and the wing-backs. Offensive style, balanced. It's another one I've been switching between that and possession. I'm not too sure. I think balance probably gives you the best option overall. Width on 7, you want them wing backs and your right mid and left mid hugging the touchline, getting up and down the wing. Players in the box, as is the case for most formations, leave it on 5, give you the more natural feel. They'll get in the box when it's a good idea, and they'll also ask for it into feet, or hover on the edge when it's a better idea. Corners and free kicks, as I've said for every formation, never worth changing. So I'm just going to quickly show you all the instructions. So we've got stay back while attacking on the left and right back. We have come back on defence on both wingers. This is just simply because when you're not playing drop back, it is just a good idea while still keeping a balanced defensive shape and not dropping in too deep. You do still want your wingers to come back and help the rest of your team. The 2 central midfielders on stay back while attacking. However, with them being CMs and not CDMs, I find that a lot of the time they just completely ignore you. If you have them on balance, they get forward a little bit too much. But if you leave them on stay back while attacking, it gives you the perfect balance, really. I mean, they still will get forward, but usually one will always stay and fill in if the other one goes forward. Strikers, as is the case with every formation, leave them on balance and make them. I actually feel like they make better runs in behind if you don't tell them to get in behind. Because when you tell them to get in behind, they're trying to do it when it's not even on. So yeah, if you understand that, then great. If you didn't, then I apologise. Try watching it again. So anyway, that is all my tactics, formations, and game plans. If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comment section down below. I know quite a lot of you have been asking for this video for a while, so I'm sorry for taking so long, but I was waiting until I had something concrete before I shared it with you all, and I got loads of comments telling me that it didn't work. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the video. Drop a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you like stuff like this and you want to see it more often. And yeah, until next time, which I'm guessing is going to be rewards in a few days' time, I will see you all later. See ya.